Hello, I'm Valerie Mac. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. I hope you're well. It is Friday, the 13th, I'll say it quickly. Friday, the 13th of December, 2024. It is 6:30 p.m. It is very dark and very cold. I know, but it's still very calm, isn't it? Very calm, very peaceful, very cold. Yes. And it's Friday the 13th. What more can I say? Spiritual channel, and I incorporate ways of life. Now, what I do, if you've been following me a while, could you please stop? Because I'm going to get the police. I am. Now, if you have been following me a while, you'll get the idea. My channel is spiritual based, but what I do is I draw you a mental picture with my words. So that in this mirror that you're looking, you see yourself reflected in my stories, and you can see how silly the nonsense and all of the angst that we cause in our own lives. Here, listen to her. That is the idea of my podcast, for you to listen to me. Anyway. So with this being a Friday evening, I will keep it light, but yes, it'll be light, but there will be a thread of wisdom that I hope you really, really focus on, because it will help you. I am here to help. Listen to her. I've done that one already. I know. Now, spirituality. Will you please remember, we all take personal responsibility for every single thought we think, every word we speak, and every action that we take. Can I also remind you, I will deliver this with great aplomb. When you are pointing your finger at somebody, there are 4 fingers pointing back at yourself. I know, my work here is done. I know. If you spend your life pointing your finger at someone and saying, look at you, look at them, it's you, it was you, it was me, it was you, most never it was me. They never say it was me. It's you, it's you, it's you. Yeah. Remember when you're pointing that said finger, that the remainder of your fingers are pointing back at yourself. Now, there is a message in there, loud and clear. I know I'm going to be a little bit spiritual and a little bit, this is my festive message. If people spent as much time showing care, consideration, and a little bit of kindness to other people, it would go a long way. People in the world that I meet, people that I speak to, have the capacity of trampling on people's emotions. I'm not just talking about myself, thank you very much. Generally, because of the world I'm in. People can at times come across very cold, very uncaring, unresponsive. They don't take people's emotions into account. I hear people saying this quite often. That other people are very dismissive. As if they didn't even, you don't even exist. They're not important to them. You're not important in my life. Now, if you think that is a nice, caring way to react to people or to treat people, I don't know what person you have become. I do not. Do you think we arrived on planet Earth with that mindset? No, we did not. When we arrive on Earth, little babies, and people go, no, chuppy, chucky, chucky, woo, woo. Yes, indeed. I know. We were all happy. We were all loving. We were all giggling. Look at us now. Look at us now. Talk for yourself, Valerie Mac. I am talking about myself. I still have that little chucky face. I do. I still giggle and I still laugh. I do. And I'm 35. I can't help it. Now, my point being, what has happened from that day of that little child, that little baby, then the little toddler, and as we go, we go through life, and then some people have all of a sudden, not even all of a sudden, some people are turned into, their demeanour, very cold, very dismissive. It's all about me. I will not ask you how you are. I will not even ask you how you've been. That might look as if I care. Now, we are heading towards Christmas and the festive period in life. Do you not think it's time, as a human race, that we start to show a little bit of empathy? Soften the edges just a little bit. Try and be a little caring. I know, it's not asking a lot in life. I work in the spiritual field where I speak to people regarding spirituality. Now, a thread that runs through people, doesn't matter how young you are, doesn't matter what age you are. This goes from young to middle to elderly, right across, sadly, right across the board. People feeling all of the above that I've just said. I have conversations with people and they say, I'm forever asking, I hear people saying this, I'm forever saying to people, and how are you? Are you well? Are you okay? How are you? And they never ever get and how are you? Are you all right? Have you been well? Have you been okay? I've not spoken to you for a long time. Are you well? No. So people are saying to me, it's all very one-sided. Are you all well? Are you right? Yes. And then you think, what happened to the second part of the sentence where people generally say, and how have you been? I know, call me old-fashioned. What's happened? Who stole the second half of the sentence? Has something happened? I don't know. Maybe, is it not fashionable now? Maybe it's not fashionable. Is it not? I don't know. I had this conversation. I thought, I don't know. People used to just say, as I said, people would say, how are you? Are you well? What are you doing? Show a little bit of care. And then, subconsciously or even consciously, you would be waiting, you would expect the other part of the sentence to follow. And how are you? Have you been okay? And as I said, someone seems to have stolen the second half of their sentence. And all it is now is you're asking, and how are you? And then you think, well, do they not care how I am? Are they not asking how I am? Are they just self-obsessed? Do they just care about themselves? Same people, probably, in life, I imagine, would be very sensitive if it was the other way around. And you're thinking, well, that's charming. How long do we wait to get to ask how we are? I don't know. It looks like a while. Anyway, when we arrive on planet Earth as a little baby and everyone's cooing and mooing and doing, you don't really want to think over the years that whatever's happened in our lives, whatever challenges each and every one of us are going to face challenges. It's not as if it's a select few. No, every single one on Earth will be facing challenges. Some at the same time, other times at different times in our life. It is one guarantee we have. We will all face challenges. Wouldn't it be nice along the way if we tried, call me old-fashioned? As we're facing those challenges, wouldn't it be nice if people take time? I know it's my Christmas message. If take time and said, how are you? And showed some care. And showed, the world are going mad, buying boxes with bows. I said this a few weeks ago. It is not entirely about the box and the bow. You could give boxes and bows and gifts until the end of time. If the feeling behind it is cold and you're getting handed a box with a bow, but there's no feeling behind it, and you're not showing any care and you're acting very dismissive of people's feelings. Now, we are on a spiritual plane. Can I remind you what happens? We reap what we sow. Now, if you're one of the above, if you can see yourself in that description, it is heading your way. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. We live in an energy field, and what you're giving out, you get back. I think as a nation and a world, we've all to remember we're all facing challenges in life. We're all facing it. We have to recall when we were younger, we didn't always look for the worst in everything. Oh, this is the other thing I've noticed. People are just waiting. Do you ever feel when you're speaking that you have to keep explaining yourself? A simple sentence that leaves your mouth. A simple sentence or a simple request. And then you have to spend time explaining yourself because it's been taken the wrong way or it's never ever taken the right way. I know. How do you think I feel? But this is what I mean. I don't know what's happened. I don't honestly know what's happened. Over the last number of years, it seems to be getting worse, where people are looking for something negative in sentences that aren't even there. And people are coming across very cold and dismissive. And, this is conversations I have with people. And you think, what's going on? I don't like it. Now, in my life, I do. People that know me, people that are in my life, people who have been in my life, know I try to the best of my ability to give compliments. I do. I always ask how people are. Now, people that are listening to this who know me will be nodding and saying, absolutely. I always ask how people are. I always ask how families are. I always ask how everyone is. I do. People tend to ask me how. Thank you very much. I do. I know, because it makes me feel as if I'm alive. How am I? Thank you. Oh, but there are so many other people that are slipping through the net that are not having those conversations. As I said, they miss half the sentence out. They don't do it in reverse. If someone's nice, could you please respond to people? Do not ignore people and do not be dismissive of people. Not a nice person maketh. I know. But anyway, my point being, and the other point I want to make, you're not finished? I am not finished yet. Are you still listening? You're improving. Your concentration levels are improving by the day. Are you still there? Yes. Laughter. What about laughter? Laughter is an important key to your mental state and to your general well-being. Now, if you were not supposed to laugh, the Creator would not have wasted their time putting laughter and the ability to laugh into your system. No, if the Creator had not given you the gift of laughter, you might think, I would love to laugh, but you wouldn't be able to laugh because your Creator had not invented said laughter. You probably wouldn't even know the word laughter because the Creator wouldn't have, I just thought that now, the Creator wouldn't have invented laughter at all, so you wouldn't even know the word. Now, you would be going through life with your face, what is that expression? Looking like a wet weekend. I would. Your face, what was my granny's one? Torn face, you would look all torn-faced. You would look all torn-faced, sucking a lemon, all those expressions. You would be looking, your face would look as if it needed a holiday. It would. You have to laugh and you have to smile. Now, the trick is, even and especially when you don't feel like laughing. I know some of you will be sitting saying, do you know what's going on in my life just now and you're expecting me to laugh? Are you Scottish? I think that person was actually, yes. I could hear them. I think they were Scottish. Do you expect me to laugh? Have you any idea what's going on in my world at this minute? Do you have any idea what's going on in my world at this minute? No. Ditto. Now, seriously, nobody knows, this is the whole point of my podcast, nobody knows what anyone is facing at this minute. That is why you should show kindness and empathy to each and every person. You don't know what's happening in people's worlds. You don't know what they're facing. It's not all about you. Other people are facing challenges every single day. Now, if you could make someone laugh, if you hear people saying that they go to see a comedian or something and they come out and they're all, my ribs are aching, I've never laughed that much in years, I feel so much lighter now. No, that's because your spirit gets totally lifted. If you laugh or you make other people laugh, you just feel it coming off yourself. You feel you're lighter in your spirit. That's why people like going to see comedians, because they make them laugh. Now, you don't have to be a comedian. If you could say something to make someone laugh, lift the spirit of people during the day. You don't need to drain people's energy with negativity continually. People have their own negativity, their own issues and their own thing. If you could make someone laugh, especially on the days you do not feel like laughing, because it's going to come back round, and the day you need it the most, someone will make you laugh, even in your darkest hour. I've seen myself I know for a fact, I have laughed at times in my real dark times when situations were terrible. Things that I was facing were absolutely awful. Someone would make something, either say something to make me laugh, or I would think something, and I would just make just something to make me laugh, and I would feel my spirit kind of lighter. It's a gift that we all have. Now, when you look around the world now, there's so many faces that are looking so serious all of the time. And as I said, people looking to be offended all the time. People are wanting this all the time. People are... Lighten up. My message that I leave you with today, can you try and improve someone's life? Try and show kindness, compassion. You didn't come into the world as a little bitter and twisted thing. You didn't. You didn't. Everyone was coo-coo-cooing, I bet you, over you. Try and get that back again. You don't want to be bitter and twisted, and you don't want to be like that, because we're all facing challenges. Be kind, be caring. If someone shows some kindness to you, have the decency to show it back. Respond. Ask them how they are. Call me old-fashioned. How have you been? Are you okay? I shall leave you with that thought for today. Hope you're all well. Look after each other. Take care for now. Bye-bye.